Guess who's back? Back again. It's this guy, Sammy the Man McIntyre. We are back. Moving the Chains podcast. It's Wacky Wednesday. I'm repping my Fernando Mendoza jersey, baby. Freshly new and stitched. It's got me feeling nice because I'm going to talk about my Raiders today. Fernando, is he playing? Is he sitting? He's getting the first team reps. So I want to dive into that and what I think the broader picture of that scenario is. And then I also wanted to touch on Brandon Aiyuk. I haven't touched on that lately. But lately, I'm just kind of burned out from it. So I want to give my 2 cents on that. So let me start at the top with Brandon Aiyuk. So, this story, man. You know, I said it last year. I'll say it again. Tom Brady might be onto something because he's not wrong in the fact that every year with these receivers and it's just like a non-stop snowball, and it just gets annoying. That's what I feel like with Brandon Aiyuk. Now, I think my entire life, this receiver position has been a diva position. And let me just say, I think there's a reason for it. My reason for it is he's the first guy to break the huddle. He's the most athletic guy on the team. He kind of, receivers, DBs are kind of me guys, which... all for it, I got it. And it's been like this for a long time. It's just same shit, different day. And I don't think it's going to change. And so I just, with the Brandon Aiyuk thing, like, he's just not, I think the money got to him. I still think the Niners, to me, when I look at them as a team, as a roster, I for the life of me, will never understand why Kyle Shanahan won't believe in linemen. If you take out Trent Williams, their offensive line's a turnside. Now, as I've mentioned before on this podcast, the run game, once it clicks and everything, I got that. But you got to have a good offensive line. Now, granted, the Texans didn't really have great ones, but they had Dwayne Brown. They had studs, right? They had, Eric Winston was a really good player, going back to Houston, 09 days. So they've had good linemen in Houston and then wherever they've been. Alex Mack was a great center. Jake Matthews in Atlanta. So I get with Kyle, but I just go, what are we doing? I just don't understand why, for the life of me, he just doesn't value offensive linemen. His dad did. You think father like son, monkey see, monkey do. That's just what I think. But I don't know. For some reason, he just loves drafting receivers. Okay? He loves drafting them. He drafted Debo. He drafted Ricky Pearsall. He drafted the Stribling kid from Ole Miss this year. He just values it. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. Because the Rams value offensive line a lot. Seattle does. The Packers do. But the Niners, they just... And I also think the Niners... This goes back to really broader picture in football and coaching in general. I just believe we so enable these kids, and we're not hard on them. We're soft as Charmin tissue paper. We need to start being tough again. Be mean. Be kind of Chucky, kind of have that snarl, that pissed off edge to you. And I also think with the Niners and this Brandon Aiyuk thing, Brandon, you're the same moron that told John Lynch the N-word, and then you're going off on social media. That's a red flag to me. Why you're doing that. And then on the top of that, you burned that bridge with the Niners because you had so much disdain and all this blah, blah, blah. You're blaming the coach, and then you're wondering why John Lynch showed up at your house. Well, he's your boss, you dumbass. I mean, what are you doing? You've been out of football for a year and a half. Are you really injured, or are you playing bullshit? Because I smell something fishy in here. It smells bullshit because I don't get it. I don't understand it. I can't fathom getting paid that handsomely and act like a moron. This is just dumb. And the Niners, at that time of that contract, I heard Middlecoff say this, and I'm hearing it now, they would regret it, they regret it in a heartbeat, and they're paying for it. Because you don't give a guy, that much money. And he came off a nice year, the 75-catch year, 3 years ago. Okay? That I got. I would have paid him too, but to pay him that much? Pipe down, Ma. Come on, we're doing way too much here. Okay? Your screenshot while you FaceTime, you be doing too much, okay? Moneybag, yo, but my point is, I just don't understand it from that perspective, what we're doing. Like, and then what I don't get is the media does this, and it drives me crazy. We're focused on him, the shitbird over here, but yet Chris Johnson, great running back for the Titans, was a stud, played for the Jets, played for Arizona near the end. He's got ALS at 40 years old, and we're focusing on this shitbird over here. Where are our priorities at? Like, why are we not focusing on him? He's got ALS. He could die. He's struggling post-football. So I just think the Niners, they're really just, it's the constant rinse and repeat with these receivers, man. It's just on and on and on. And it's just so high maintenance. You know, my mom, before she passed away, gave me a really good quote. I think you guys could use it. Date a woman who looks good in sweatpants, no makeup. Because every woman could put on a dress, you know, and look beautiful and all that with the makeup and all that shit. But date somebody that's low maintenance and it's not a headache. Guys like one thing. It's called peace, okay? Guys like having peace in their life. Women bring us peace, okay? So I just, the whole Brandon Aiyuk thing is just fascinating to me. It's just a case study of, again, fuck around, find out, and just wait for dumb shit to happen. So I got to get off that tangent because that story burned me out, but I had to talk about it. But now we're on to the Raiders. Fernando Mendoza had to show it off. He's not going to play. The headline that I've gotten lately from Raider camp is that he might sit out the whole year. And here's my whole takeaway on that. I'm okay with him sitting for, if it's the whole year, okay. I was thinking about this today too, like, this feels very Baltimore Raven-esque with this situation, because if memory serves correct, in 2018, that was, God, this is coming up on 8 years now. Last time I was to Oakland with my dad. But, you know, Joe Flacco started that whole year, was the veteran, and they drafted Lamar, and they kind of eased Lamar into it. 18 back half of that year, and then started the playoff game, and then rest history, Lamar's been the starting quarterback Baltimore Ravens since then. I do believe the Raiders, I'm just speaking candid, I'm going down to New Orleans end of September. Can't wait for that game. I'm so excited. Going down to New Orleans, eating some good food, some crawdads, born on the bayou, brother. Woo! LSU, go Tigers. Doing some Edo voice imitations. But I'm going to see the Raiders play New Orleans. And I believe the Raiders this year, I think this is more get this thing back on the tracks. I think they've got the coach. They got the quarterback. I think this is a situation, I heard Coward say this too, where a lot of things are lining up. Like, they have their left tackle. They have their running back in place, Ashton Jensen. They have Brock Bowers. They have Max Crosby, second best edge player in football. Myles Garrett's obviously one. But Max is in there. So I think they're doing the smart play, which is, okay, let's just ease this kid in. There's no need to rush. I mean, this isn't like man overboard, hey, Fernando, save us. This is just, hey, Kirk, you're going to be here for a little bit, for a year. I want you to guide us through. Maybe, my thing would be, it could be like the Chiefs where it's like, we have Alex Smith, you know, he's a Pro Bowler, okay, play the whole year, and then the year after that, then you go. But I have a hard time buying into that. I think the Raiders, you know, they could have like a Bears season where they kind of like 2016. Hope, we cross my fingers, doesn't turn into that Derek Carr where, you know, he gets hurt. You know, still kills me to this day. That was 10 years ago. However, I do get where fans too, like JT the Brick, who I respect, he's been doing this Raider thing a long time. Excuse me, that he's like, well, you know, I'm a season ticket holder. Like, I want to see Fernando. But my thing is, like, even if I am, I want to see the team compete. Because, you know, I got told that last year by Pete Carroll. That was a bunch of lies, a bunch of horse shit. So, this year, I'm okay with sitting Fernando. If it's for the first 5 games and then you play him, So be it. I'm okay with that. Their offensive line should be a lot improved. They got Tyler Linderbaum, Lender Beast as I call him. He's a stud, badass. Ravens are going to miss him tremendously. But I do feel like the Raiders are doing a smart play here because Brady's in the building now. So he kind of sees that from his standpoint of, okay, I've been in that situation where I don't have to play right away. I can kind of sit back, learn, and if I get thrust into position, I'm prepared and ready. He's already taking the first team reps. So I can't wait. I'm just so happy that Fernando's my guy. I'm going to start having to play ABBA and set that as my ringtone because I'm just fired up. So that is all I got for you guys today. I'm going to touch on some more stuff throughout the week. We're getting close to football season, guys, so stay tuned through my podcast. Rocking the Fernando jersey, baby. Hope you guys are doing well. Wacky Wednesday. Don't forget to hit that smash button and the like button. Hope you guys are doing well. Adios. Godspeed.